I started testing over here. And this is the outside bend of the creek that I'm in currently. I was just sluicing this, testing spots. Started testing up underneath this tree. I was finding pretty good gold here. In about an hour, I'll probably get about 30 to 50 to 70 specks an hour. And then I came over here and tried up underneath this tree. I was getting the same amount of gold, maybe a little bit more. But as you notice, this is the outside bend of the creek. So in creeks, everything is different. I was trying this because this is a bedrock right here. And it's like a finger type of bedrock. So I figured there would be gold up in there as a gold trap. So when it floods, the water will rush over it and trap gold in the fingers itself. But even though gold's mostly found in the inside bend of the creek, we are doing pretty good on the inside of the bend, but we're still finding a good amount of gold on the outside of the bend as well. I'm walking through, I'm on top of Bedrock right here. Here's a little gravel bar that we haven't started testing yet, because we're actually downstream from this where we're getting really good gold. You see some bedrock right here, exposed bedrock, right on top of the surface of the water. We're actually in the middle of a town. I guess you could call this inner city prospecting, but the creeks run the same, pretty much. Here's another little gravel bar. I'm sure it has pretty good gold in there. And a lot of the trees, you always find good gold around the trees. The trees just naturally catch gold for some reason. It's like, I heard stories where trees go down river and people have dug up underneath the same tree. Even as it's moved down the creek, they still find really good gold no matter where that tree has moved. This is where we're currently digging at, up underneath this tree, actually on all these tree roots right here. We've been finding a lot of good gold for the effort that we put through for it. These are my tailing piles that we've got. This is just an hour run tailing pile from High Baker where me and my fiance ran it. But so we want to go downstream a bit more. This is still the inside bend. We want to test the outside bend of the creek, because we have a little feeder drainage creek here that runs when it's raining, and we want to test that out because it seems when this creek's coming out right here, it's really ripping this wall apart over here, and we want to test that out and see if there's any good gold right there. But we tested out this clay spot down here, and we found maybe 2 or 3 specks per block of clay was pulling out, which really wasn't great according to North Carolina standards of clay. But this seems to be our little honey hole right here, where it's the gravel bar on the inside bend, and we got a lot of more. The big boulder way down there on the left side, which is still the inside of the bend, but we haven't really prospected past this. And this creek, when we first originally came to it, we tested it a few times upstream. We weren't finding really good gold. I mean, we almost consider this creek a no gold creek. But after testing, we actually started finding gold. So as we came down the creek and started testing on both sides, in the middle, or where the pools are. Like this is a pool right here. I bet there's good gold where the water drops out. There's like a little cave indentation right there where somehow water runs up underneath there when it floods. That should have pretty good gold. But I just wanted to show you where, and the creeks are different because I mean, you get really good gold out here on the outside bend of the creek for no apparent reason. It's unknown why that happens. I guess the creeks just don't have the velocity that the rivers have from going when it rains. As you see, this creek is deep, where rivers are usually wider. This one just goes deeper, so the gold really has no place to go except for everywhere in the creek. So I mean, as you see, the sidewalls are getting higher and higher as you travel down. I really want to test on top of this bedrock. See, the gravel bars are disappearing now, so the gravel's settling someplace else. There's some rocks, bigger rocks right here in the middle, but all the big boulder rocks seem to be over on the inside of the bend. But then you got a big boulder right here on the outside bend with a nice tree root system. And then this is a boulder I really want to test behind because it's got a lot of buildup behind it. And it seems like there's a couple boulders over there on this side. But then on the outside of the creek you got almost a gravel bar on the outside of the creek. So creeks act differently than rivers. I mean, even on the outside bend of the river you can find gold. We went to a rocky river and we found a good amount of gold on the outside bend where there shouldn't have been any gold, but there is still gold out there. So it's really hard to read where the gold is. I mean, you just have to keep on testing. I know it gets sound boring, but that's really how you have to find the gold, just by constantly testing. Sooner or later you'll start ending up on where the main pain streak within the creek where the river's at. But I just wanted to shoot a short video and show that there's in the creek it doesn't really matter if it's on the inside bend or outside bend, even though right now I am currently finding more gold on the inside bend, but they're also I haven't tested the outside bend on this part of the creek yet, so who knows. I mean, after this area of debris goes into like a nice pool area, then you got a big rock stuck behind a tree. I don't know how that got up there, but I'm thinking that this creek overall will be should produce a lot of gold. I'm hoping to see. Well, hit me up with any comments you have or questions. I'll get back to you on it. But heavy pans.